See, I'm not from the West.
Uh-huh.
I'm a Midwesterner. I was born in Greenville, Illinois in 1923. And my mother's name was Gladys. And Gladys Alma Dixon Bost. And my dad's name was Stephen Homer Bost.
That's a good name, Homer.
Homer, well, I never cared too much for it. I think I was born in a house owned by Grandma Hofford, who was related to my mother. From Greenville, we moved to Danville. And then we moved around to Kankakee, Illinois, and to, we stayed there several years, and to LaPorte, Indiana. And because my dad was moving around, I went to grade school in Danville. And my closest friend, Charlie Swisher, lived in Danville. He was a great pal. His parents had money, and his dad did. A little money. His dad was in the beer business, but his dad was a terrific guy. I thought he was a great guy. They had a nice home, but his mother had problems. She had some mental problems. I don't know what they were, but she was kind of kooky. I had a sweetie when I was in high school, Eileen Shepard. She was smart. She later got a master's degree at least and taught, moved away from Danville. But we were, a sophomore or whatever, junior. We were kind of dating, but...
She dropped you a line a few years ago, though.
She what?
She sent you a card a few years ago.
Eileen?
Yeah. That's what Margaret was talking about, that she sent a card inviting you to the high school reunion, and it was a picture of her sitting next to an empty chair where you would sit if you came to the party. And
No. Who said that?
Margaret. And I guess Mom wasn't too happy about Eileen Shepard. And she sent a picture of herself in a swimsuit. Like, that's what I'm just repeating
What are you
Margaret
getting? I
said.
never got that. Come on. Boy, are you ever enlarging it? Swims. I can't see Eileen doing that. I was the star speaker at the commencement of Danville High School. All right, James, you may speak now.
I'm sure you hated that.
Well, it was a big gathering at graduation and so forth, and most of the people from the area there, and my dad and mother there, and James was going to give a keynote address. I forget what it was now. But I remember vividly, it was told to me anyway, by my mother. By the way, I've said this before, I'm giving you all I love my mother. She was the sweetest person. Of all the women that I've known, or whatever, a few women, my mother. And she stood behind me. Maybe it's because she stood up for me no matter what. And anyway, my mother and father were sitting in that auditorium listening to my speech. But I don't know what the hell it was. And my dad, who by turns, wasn't quite sure about me and all this. I don't know what this boy's gonna do. I don't know. I didn't see. He leaned into my mother as either after I spoke, I guess, or sometime in the speech. That boy sounds like FDR. FDR was, he was God at that point.
High praise.
That with a lot of people. And I thought, geez, maybe Dad doesn't think I'm such a hairpin after all.